Never marry a woman who's a big fan of a celebrity. My brother, that's idolatry. It's so sad a guy like him gonna sit there and smile on camera. She's putting you through humiliation ritual and 4K. When you tolerate this type of disrespect, gentlemen, there's no point of return at all. He can't come back from this. He's the same type of guy. She has him thread around her finger. Like, this is insane to even think that she would really post this. And there's probably women in the comments as well, boosting it up, hyping it up. My guy right here is smiling. Just go ahead and sit on the chair right over there in the corner, my brother. Sit in the chair in the corner. These are the same type of women, I'm telling you. She would let whoever this Riley Green guy is, she would let him crack. He could clap. Riley Green could definitely clap these sheets any day he wants. I'm telling you, bro, these are the type of girls, they're not loyal to you, bro. She's with him 8 out of 10 because he's providing. He looks like a provider. I could tell a provider from afar. He looks like a man that pays all the bills. I know a man that don't go 50-50. That's him right there. That's a 100-0 type of brother. And that's what happens when you go 100-0 with a woman. You got to put her through something, bro, or she going to just put you through something. You don't put her through the ringer, she going to put you through the ringer. It can't be like that. You gotta be, I'm telling you, bro, when it comes to relationships, you got to demand more from women because if not, they're going to shame you. Like, this is literally, he's in the middle of the town at this point, and they're just throwing tomatoes at him. Like, this guy's a jester. He's a clown. This is crazy. But nonetheless, you got to vet early on. Don't let women disrespect you. At the first sign of disrespect, you walk away. If you're struggling with your dating psychology, you need more help to guide yourself and to not pick these type of women in the end. I made a special video for you. Click the link in my bio.
I can see now why men pull away emotionally, because it just happened to me today, and I got to see from a man's point of view what it's like to date a woman sometimes. This is no shade towards women in any way, because I'm a woman. I completely understand, and I'm sure I do this as well. But it was funny because I came home, me and my sister lived together, and as soon as I get in the house, she just starts bitching at me about things that she wished I was doing, like cleaning the cat's litter box, setting up certain appointments, whatever it was, around the house. And then all of a sudden I was thinking, like, no wonder I always just go to my room. Like, I don't want to be around you when as soon as they come into the door, you're just kind of nagging. What I was realizing is women do this all the time. We emotionally need to regulate. Like, there are certain times that you say, okay, if I want to actually get my partner to do something for me, because all that did is made me want to pull away and be like, you, I'm not going to do it. And I can understand why men never do what you want them to do. You're like, I've told you a million times to do this. I've told you to do this. And you're like, why can't I get him to do things? Because you're not saying it in the best way.
If you really just believe that men are valid in their experience and in their emotions, for example, when they say that they don't want to be bombarded the second that they walk in the door from work, believe them that that is a valid thing, that they should have some downtime the second that they walk in the door. Unfortunately, not all women get this, and they actually will either, one, have to experience it themselves like this woman did, or two, they just will never get it. And they're going to be fighting this constant battle of pretending like what men want and their feelings are not valid, and that men are just always the ones in the wrong. And the truth is that the man of the last woman deserves better.
If a guy does any of these things on a first date, he does not deserve a second one. Disclaimer, these are all my opinions. Totally fine if you're a girl and you have lower standards. And before the guys get super emotional in the comments, there are women out there that will be fine with below the bare minimum, so don't take this video to heart. Number one, if he doesn't offer to pick you up or send you a car to bring you to the date, girls need to realize that you shouldn't be spending a single penny. It's not just about him paying for your food. If you don't want to get into his car, that's totally fine. Make him get you an Uber. If he disagrees, don't even go on the date. Two, if he takes you to a chain restaurant, I don't even need to elaborate on this. A high value man is not going to take you to Red Lobster, okay? Number three, if he talks too much about himself and he doesn't ask questions about you. You know those guys, when they ask you a question, it's always a question that they eventually want to answer. They really don't care about what you have going on in your life. Or if he doesn't compliment you. First thing a guy should do when he sees you is compliment you. You just spent probably 2-3 hours to get ready. Those kind of guys they're uncomfortable giving out compliments because of their ego. Number five, he's too touchy-feely, or he starts speaking about like smegdual stuff. Huge red flag. He's trying to test the waters to see how open you are to the idea of potentially getting laid. If he asks you to come to his place, he does not want to show you his home decor. He doesn't want to play the piano for you. He wants to get laid. Be for real. And last, if he doesn't text you if you got home safe. If he doesn't text you asking you if you got home safe, even if he literally dropped you off at your front door, he doesn't care if you live or. Let me know some of your deal breakers in the comments below. Bye.
Well, if he drops you off at your front door, then he knows that you're home safe. I'm pretty sure he's gonna wait to see you go in the house. Why the would he text you again and be like, are you home safe? He just dropped you off, you dumb like what the it's a fool. My goodness, fool.
3 out of the 4 girls I tried to go on dates with hit me with the same exact, and I bet you know what it is. 2 of these 3 girls I tried to take to coffee spots they hadn't been to before, and one of them I said froyo. All 3 of them hit me with something along the lines of, am I only worth froyo to you? You're not gonna take me to dinner? Why can't we have a luxury experience for our first time together? Who the f do y'all think y'all are? First of all, I'm not a trick. I dated a bottle girl. I am 2 steps ahead of all that. Second of all, if you were serious, your priorities are so up. You're looking for something and not someone. And when you fall in love with something instead of someone, that's all the relationship becomes. If you start with luxury experiences, all they're ever going to want is luxury experiences. My ex. And eventually they're going to hold you to that using lines like, oh, you haven't taken me to dinner recently. That's why I haven't shown as much affection. Mind you, you've done it more and more and more and more since the relationship started, because she keeps saying things like, oh, well, we've only gone to dinner once this week. Of course, I'm not really like feeling too courted right now, so I'm really just not in the mood to have. It's like, we'll start using those things against you. Because why would I sign myself up for over an hour of time with somebody I don't know? I'm trying to get to learn, but it has to be this whole, like, I'm trying to impress you, dinner, wine. Like, why would I do that? A lot of girls online are like, oh, well, you gotta be yourself. Just be yourself. You know what isn't myself? Paying for some butt. Because that's what it feels like when you're all like, you're not gonna take me to dinner instead of going to do something cute and fun where we can both get the out of there if we don't like each other. What I'm saying is, if you're looking for like transactions, like financial benefits within dating and relationships, you're gonna be single forever. Somebody might court you for a couple years. Oh yeah, here's everything you want. Oh, your skin's not tight anymore. I'm gonna take my money to the next 24-year-old girl with tight skin. Like, y'all think y'all are smarter in the game. You're not. 2 friends in particular that regularly take girls on dinner dates. You know how many of these girls they're taking serious? You know how often they get laid, though? Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. And they know exactly what they're doing, too.
Women multiply whatever you give them, right? Like, you give us a bag of groceries, we give you a 5-course meal. You give us a house, we give you a home. You give us a little something, maybe we give you a baby 9 months later. We multiply because we do so much for you. We do so much. We dote over you, we do all the things for you. And all we want is that little bit of sugar in return. That's it. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? What? You think that you do a lot too? Yes, you do. Guys do a lot. I'm not trying to take that away from you. You do so much. But we do so much more. We do all the things.
Now, if you were looking at this piece of content of anyone other than J-Lo, I think that the majority of the things that she's trying to posture might seem innocuous. But the context matters here, because J-Lo, in being in the 90s, voted one of the most beautiful women to exist on earth. And having multitude of relationship failures throughout her life, you understand that context matters. Setting up that by definition of being a woman means that you were owed something, or that you're a queen or a prize simply for existing, without a true assessment into the value that you give in a relationship. When 2 people, emojis, when 2 people are together, is absolute insanity. Men worth their weight in salt require women that think that they are worth their weight in salt to look in the mirror and really look at how it is that you multiply a situation as a benefit as opposed to a cost. Because if she's not taking the time out to multiply real value, wisdom between the 2 of you, support between the 2 of you, or peace to match what the man is pouring into it, then she's not multiplying, she's dividing.
But if you give us any grief,
okay,
we'll give you 1,000 fucking headaches.
Oh, okay. Imagine a man getting up on stage and said that, hey, listen, we do so much for the ladies, so we're going to bring you headaches if you ever don't listen to us. It just doesn't happen. But instead, the common mantra with the modern woman today is, if we do not get our way, we will be unbearable. Her rhetoric sets up childlike expectations. No wonder she feels like she's never been loved throughout her life, because nothing that you will ever do for a woman with a mindset like this will ever be enough. And I bet you that's exactly what Ben Affleck was reminded of on time number 2 into that marriage.
These modern women are saying a lot of stupid stuff. And when they continue to talk about my standard is this, it's not really a standard, right? And you, I guess you could say it's a standard, but it's a standard that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Well, I require you to get me this type of Uber. Why? What kind of standard is that? I understand, well, we do it a little bit different. Like if you have a company, oh, we do it a little bit differently over here. That's our standard. Like if you have 2 burger companies, the standard that you absolutely need is your food being cleaned. Clean, nice, not messy food processes to get the food to you. The problem is modern women continue to think, well, you know, if I raise my standard in terms of, you know, we put pickles on our burgers. Okay, we can do that too if that's what you want. Well, you know, and this is what they do. Well, we can put ketchup on our burgers, and we do too. We start to put this some sort of expensive ingredient on our burgers, and then we have to charge you a high price for that. And people will be like, there'll be some people that kind of kick the tires, but most of the time what's going to happen is you're going to have men that'll be like, I don't think it's really worth it. Well, you know, this is an expensive dish because we got this all the way from some island, and it's rare, and they don't harvest a lot of them each year, so you should pay for that. A man is going to say, I don't really need that. He's going to walk off. And that's where the delusion comes in. Well, there's going to be a man that wants this somewhere. Maybe, true enough, but how long is it going to take you to find that man? And modern women are finding out a really long time, if ever. If ever. And it's your fault. Because I'm going and getting this expensive ingredient or this expensive procedure, and men are going to love it, but they're going to have to pay for it. And the man is going to be like, I don't want to pay for that. I'm not that interested in that for me to be paying for that.
Show me a 10 that's complaining about being married, please. I would love to see a 10 complain about being married, because at the end of the day, we got all these girls up on here complaining about marriage, and they solid 4s. Hence Cardi B. Y'all talk about, oh, Cardi did it. Cardi before the surgeries was a solid 2 to 3. Maybe even a 4. But she got her nose done, her face done. She got good money now. So Cardi looks completely different. You know what I mean? And just like a lot of you girls, y'all come on here with your lace fronts and your long eyelashes fluttering and your lips done and all this other stuff done, thinking that you a baddie. You're not a baddie, baby. Take all that off. Take off the clown makeup. Take off that funky lace wig. Take it all off, and let's see who the real baddies are. Because I love to tell you right now, you not. Everybody want to come online like, oh, you're a baddie, you're a baddie. Women love hyping up mid-females for whatever reason. And you know, men being their DMs because they easy targets. You know what I mean? So it's like, y'all sitting up here thinking y'all something when really y'all not nothing. You know what I mean? So y'all want to come out here and complain about being married and complain about being a mom. And most of the ones complaining about marriage, half the time not even goddamn married. Just talking about it doesn't sound good. Well, baby, that's probably why you're not married, because you don't look good. Your personality's not good. You're a basic.
The jig is up. This is what happens when real pretty girls get tired of fake pretty girls pretending like they're pretty girls and complaining like they're pretty girls. She might be the cut the malarkey queen. She is not having it anymore. I didn't even have to say nothing because she done spoke the gospel. She done said everything that need to be said. Amen, amen.
I'm not even gonna lie, I am very easy.
Videos like this always make me happy because not only does it reassure some of the things that I say, it gives us insight on things that we should know if we don't already know. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm easy for that man that I want. So if you're not the man that I want and you all in my face and I'm just giving you a hard time and you think, oh, she just playing hard to get. No, I'm not. I just don't like you because I'm very easy. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. If I like you, I want you, and I'm going to let you have me easily. I just don't want you.
That's exactly the logic. That's exactly why you should never chase a woman. Women don't run away from men they want to be kept by. It doesn't happen. When she actually wants you, she's going to reciprocate energy and you are going to have access to her. That's how women operate. All that applied pressure and you got to pay their bills and fly them. I know all that just cap. They don't really like you. That's all that means. The man that they really like does not have to do half of that type of shit. So the next time you interact with a woman, pay attention to certain signs. Is this like a tug and pull kind of situation? Do I gotta jump through hoops just for her to come and hang out with me? Does she barely text back? Does she hardly pick up my phone calls? And if you experience any of those things, take a step back. And you keep taking steps back until she out your life entirely. Because you don't need to be around a woman like that. She don't really like you, bro. Spend more time figuring out who rock with you so you can rock with them. That is the most simple and effective way to find someone in your corner. Yeah, keep the change.
You don't cook and you don't clean.
No, because when the default goes for women to cook and clean in a relationship, then I think that's also why so many people are struggling in relationships, because that's labor. So compared to women's labor, compared to men's labor, if he takes care of all the bills, it's still 5 jobs compared to his.
No. My husband does blue collar work, and what I do at home is nothing compared to what he does outside the house.
Okay.
And what does your husband do for work?
Oh, he does construction.
Does he do heavy machinery, or is he more
forklift, boom lifts, all kinds of lifts? Him doing what he's doing, coming home baked, looking like a freaking lobster. I'm not gonna complain about what I do at home.
And he supports the whole family.
Absolutely. Yeah. And all I'm doing is, what am I doing? Cooking, cleaning.
What if you were working too? Like, would you want him to also clean and cook too?
He offers, but I tell him, no, sit your down. Do not do a thing. You were just out there for like 12, 14, 16, sometimes 18 or more hours.
Oh, damn.
Why am I going to make him do all that? If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be in the building we're in. We wouldn't have the things that we have all around us.
Yeah.
So it's like they are literally the backbone to our society, building the infrastructure that we have all around us, the technology and all of that.
Yeah.
So I actually put my husband on that highest level of respect when it comes to the line of work he does. Because if it weren't for him and everybody else, where would we be?
The reason a lot of these women are not being tugged at by men in any way, shape, or form is because guys don't like their energy. Guys don't like what they're prioritizing. Guys don't like that they, yes, have this long roster of guys before them because they spent their 20s, just loose as could be. Guys don't like that they're boss babes. Guys don't like their boss babe energy. Guys don't like that if they have a child, they're not going to want to stay home. Guys don't like that, they have a boatload of guy friends that are like my friends, aka my backups. Guys don't like a lot of stuff that women in these cities are doing. Right? So they're not interested. And just because you deem women as meeting all of your requirements as a woman doesn't mean they're meeting the guy's requirements, because women are now optimizing themselves for themselves, not to attract.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss. So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, you got a good job. My is paid. Okay. So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What I'm referring to is, it's not necessarily about money all the time. And I think...
No, you said that.
No.
You said, what is it that makes a male...
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss.
But,
so he makes... what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that.
Okay, but...
Okay.
Take financials out of it.
Okay, so what...
What are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the f he is. So
this was hard to watch. She just sat up there and said a whole bunch of nothing. Oh, in other words, a baddie don't bring nothing to the table. Their money and their popularity is their identity. Outside of that, they have nothing to offer except for drama and headaches. All they know how to do is twerk and fight. This whole baddie era is a scam. All that hype with zero substance. Keep it a buck. These baddies, they don't bring peace. They don't bring ambition. They don't bring support. They bring problems. Their entire personality revolves around being looked at. The moment that attention stops, so does their identity. They think money and followers equals value. But anybody can go viral. Anybody can shake their
on TV. That's not talent. A BBL can't cover up an empty spirit.
You see the women that be on social media complaining about 50-50 and every 2 to 3 business days have a message or an announcement of what they're not accepting or what they're not taking with 50-50. Listen, a lot of y'all be overvaluing yourselves. And the marketplace have a way of course correcting it. Because it be the same women year in, year out screaming to the top of their lungs like banshees about what a man gotta do and what he don't have to do. And so far you ain't got nobody to pick you up off the market at the high value that you placed on yourself. You might want to go on the clearance rack or the discount section for a minute, because a lot of y'all ain't it. You see, because a woman that actually is valuable don't have to be on social media screaming about ain't going 50-50, because there's already a man in her life doing for her. She's used to it. I can tell a lot of y'all are not used to it. See, I love mine so much that we go 100-100. I want him to still have energy for me. Like, I want him to still be able to live a good quality life and not have to work 2 to 3 jobs to be able to afford the things that we have. So me having a business and doing other things outside, him also having his business and also doing his thing, we give 100-100. Ain't no 50-50 conversation over here, because there's going to be a time when he don't got it and there's going to be a time when I don't got it. And we going to bounce off each other. A lot of y'all women, I be going to y'all profile and I don't see nothing in this profile to tell me you're a kept woman. I don't see nothing in this profile to tell me that you've been a kept woman. But yet you on social media complaining about what a man gotta do, what he ain't gotta do. Not only that, duck if it don't apply to you. A lot of y'all got kids. Where was this provider man that gave you the baby? Why is you a single mother if your standards are so high? Like, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Who mad at her? Y'all mad? You mad, or she was speaking facts? Yeah, Funky Ho. She spit facts, Funky Ho. And Funky Ho, you heard her. But you upset because she spit facts. But I bet you can't refute nothing she said, Funky Ho. Can you do that, Funky Ho? The biggest.
And once again, modern women thinking that they're more than what they actually are. Just thinking, you know, I got the game sewed up just because I look a certain way, or honestly and truly, you can't even say act a certain way, because a lot of these modern women they're not good at what they do. They're not good people, right? But they expect so much, they demand so much, and men be looking at them like, you're not even like that. Why would I respect you? How can I respect you if you don't, the energy, the behaviors, the lifestyle that you say that you want, you are not fit for. You're not fit for that, bro. And I'm not going to be messing around with you. Like she said, some of you that are asking for something, you're not even married. You're not even, well, I can get this guy and I can get this guy and that guy. No, you can't. You're not a good person.
There's been a recent trend of women expressing how much they hate their husbands on social media. Let's watch a couple of videos and I'm going to react to them. So check this out.
Ever wish your husband would just cheat on you, hoping and praying that you'll find out he's got an affair going on at work or with the neighbor, with anyone for that matter? If you found photos or text messages in his phone, you would be so relieved, because you're at that miserable part of the marriage right now where you're not even hoping for a miracle. You're just looking for a way out. Because if he cheats, the universe just hands you a permission slip. It's a green flag to go.
Leave if you're miserable. I can't stand this. Let's continue watching.
You know you'd have to put on a little bit of an act. Maybe splash some water on your face, look like you were crying, yell a little bit, stomp around. All for theatrics, though. In your heart, you're thinking, yes, I'm finally free. No one's going to blame you, because you know how people treat a woman when she leaves without a valid reason. She's demonized. If he's cheating, now everyone sends sympathy cards.
Unbelievable.
You show up at your door with a casserole. The hero, you get to rebrand. You walk away cool and calm like Angela Bassett and Waiting to Exhale.
And believe it or not, this video has gone viral, and there are many women who feel the exact same way. Look at the comments. Cheating is for amateurs. I dream of the unfortunate accident that leaves me a widow with a big pension and annuity. That would be so much easier. Everyone else sees the good guy. They don't live with him. And then we have, I never wanted to say this out loud, but yes. You know, I don't blame people not wanting to get married anymore. When they see videos like this, they're going to tell themselves, why the I want to end up like you and hate my husband and just hate my life. Look, if you hate your life this much, then do yourself a favor and get divorced. Go file for it. Who gives a how people see you? But you saw what she said. Many women think this way. They don't want to look like the bad guy for leaving a bad person, so they're waiting for him to falter. And I've actually had female clients confess this to me. They withheld from men because they knew if they withheld from their husband, eventually they would crack and cheat. So they purposely set up the board waiting for him to cheat, monitoring his texts, monitoring his phone, his location. And when the suspicion came about, and eventually he did, because, you know, that's a big part of the relationship, they falter, they cheat, and then they bust them. And I don't know who's at fault here, but you know what? If you're like these individuals, and believe it or not, there are millions of married couples who aren't filing yet because they're waiting for situations like this. They can't stand each other. They don't want to be the bad guy. They're waiting for the other one to ask for the divorce so they can tell all their friends, I didn't want it, they did. If you're this miserable, it's beyond repair. Do yourself a favor and leave. Be an adult, take some accountability, take ownership, initiative, and move forward and file and go on with your life. Because this is a pathetic existence.
Only models, beautiful women, revealing women, they will always be desired by men.
Do they want to date you, or they just want to have...
They want to date us.
But they won't want to marry you.
They
They're not going to marry you.
kind of contact.
And why did you reject them? Because they're f***ing simps. The only men who would propose to an girl is a man who doesn't respect himself, who's a simp. Naturally, you're going to reject it, obviously. No, it's 100% true. It's for multiple reasons. Number one, it's because sexual promiscuity, they don't want to get diseases, they don't want a kid that's not theirs, but also, no, it's true.
Diseases for what?
For women who are promiscuous.
You do realize the industry, it's harder to catch an STI when you're working as a sex worker in the industry than it is to sleep with random people.
The people in like the trad porn industry, they all like have because you guys don't test for HPV.
Yes, we do. We test for everything.
You guys just assume that you all.
That's not true.
They do not test for herpes.
I can show you my test right now. Go on my phone.
I mean, you can show me. Can you send the test results to the Instagram page?
Sure, that's fair
I mean, again, so do you want to read your results?
You were right.
It doesn't check for herpes. So it doesn't check for herpes.
I'll show you though.
Guys are so lucky. You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a roster. I'm having to sit here and go out and do things I don't want to do. I don't want a roster. I don't want to go out and date. I don't like this hookup culture. I don't like any of it. But I feel like I don't have a choice. Men, you guys just get to sit there and you guys can go wait until you're in your 30s, you're almost 40, and you can just go get with a girl that's in her fucking 20s and live a normal life. Girls don't have that luxury.
We're gonna shit on the fact that it takes men to become accomplished to even be seen. Just minimizing it all because it's just so hard because we get so much attention now and we gotta filter through everything now and make sure it's right now. It's easy, motherfucker. Just don't be a hoe. Look good, smell good, be nice, be fit, be feminine, and don't be a hoe. Good to go. I go for women, God. Don't give a damn how fat your is, how greasy your is, how skinny your is, how ugly your is, man. Bro, all you gotta do is bat your eyes and show a little bit of attention to men in general, dog. Somebody gonna bite. It's like shooting fish in the barrel for a pull a dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a drop of a dime, all you gotta do, post a little picture, looking for some attention on Instagram, dog. The comments gonna be comment and the likes gonna be liking, bro. You can get attention, you can get gifts, you can get money, you can get intimacy, you can get trips, you can get whatever the you want just because your exists, but your is too spoiled and too entitled to realize the amount of access to everything you got and be sitting here trying to on a man's perspective. Y'all lost me. Ain't out here easy for a man.
Any man who tells you that his wife is a virgin, that is an autistic man. He married a bottom dweller and held her up to be a thing of purity.
Let's do a quick assessment. You have his wife that is clearly in focus, and you have Akash out of focus, and look at this man's eyes. All hopes aside, I do hope somebody is checking on this man, because let me flip these photos over here. Oh, no. Oh no! Posted a few hours ago, this man is not cross-legged on a Miu Miu store in Dubai, about to spend $40,000 on a t-shirt now for this woman who is ruining his career and his life. You couldn't even get his whole body in the frame? Is that how much that you don't care about this young man? Show him some respect. Hopefully someone is checking on this man. How you look like a random stranger in your wife's photos, right? Like, how do you look like a dark, shadowy figure about to attack in your own picture? Does she not look at this and see that he's bothered? You're like, but I guess a spoiled, privileged, entitled brat would never give a shit. So her behavior is absolutely par for the course.
She belongs to the streets. Percocets. Miley Percocets.
By the way, the comment underneath this post, I think nails it. Akash is so screwed. I can't believe his therapist encouraged him to work with this narcissistic princess. Seriously, I don't think that she actually even likes him. Not even as a friend. Every single joke she made is to tear him down and humiliate her husband. Most men can only conceptualize that to a degree, Akash maybe likes this or has been Stockholm syndromed into liking this.
Gosh, like, please don't divorce me because my credit score is too, and it would leave me in a really bad position. But then I guess, like, I just would go to OnlyFans or something like that. And, like, it would even...
hell you will.
It will even out.
She brags on this. She's never kissed him in public and stands on it. Oh. Even at their wedding.
Wait, what?
I can't watch! I can't watch!
Akash essentially at 40 years old is having his high school relationship at 40. You know, and this goes to, you know, some of the experience within modern dating culture. Because again, I've said this, Akash 100 years ago would have been fine. He would have been fine, right? But that traditional mindset no longer works in a modern society.
I think, you know, looking at that clip from the Whatever podcast really puts it in perspective for a lot of men. That modern women, they're going to keep on doing whatever they want to do, man. They're going to keep on doing whatever they want to do. If they want to be on their worst behavior, they're going to figure out a way to be on their worst behavior. If they don't want any accountability, they're going to figure out a way to not have any accountability. With you sitting up there saying to them, hey, this ain't the way you want to go. This ain't what you want to do. I don't care. I'm going to still do it. Oh, what, do you realize that, you know, you guys can catch diseases, and some of these diseases they're not testing for? Oh, yeah, they are. We're some of the most cleanest people. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. But your reputation isn't clean. Let's say you are the cleanest person in the world. You've never caught an STD, or you never had any diseases or viruses or whatever. Let's say that's the case. 100% clean. Your reputation is damaged. That's what men keep on trying to tell you. I do not want a woman like that.
Nothing worse than a cute girl that you want to put on mute, right? You know it.
Men, I have a question for you. What do you bring to the table? Yeah. You want to ask girls all the time, well, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Because I'm sure as we all bring a lot more to the table than you do. The amount of men I've dealt with this last year, I hate men. I love arguing with men. I love it so much. It's my favorite pastime because they're all so stupid. The more men I have to deal with, I'm just like, oh my god, you're an idiot. You're a princess. Like, you want to be interviewed. You want us to ask the questions. You don't want to do any work. You want us to travel to see. You want us to pay for things. Anything else, princess?
She didn't tell me what women bring to the table. So I'm still waiting, honey. Where's the list of what you bring to the table, right? You're mad because you're saying guys bring nothing to the table. Are you dating a bunch of deadbeat guys? Are you giving a bunch of deadbeat guys time? Good guys bring a lot to the table, right?
Women hate accountability so much that even when the topic is about them, someone's always bringing up about men. But what about men? What about men? What about men? What about men? Shut the up. We're talking about us. We have pussies. We're talking about women. This is not a male-centered conversation. So if I'm sitting here saying, hey, take accountability, you cheated on your man, and you want to talk about oh my god, you're not a girl's girl. Being a girl's girl. I don't stand with cheaters. I don't stand with male cheaters. I don't stand with female cheaters. I don't give a about no girl code. That and that just proves how dumb most women are that sit up here on the internet talking about some. But what about men? When we're talking about women and accountability, y'all always bring up men. Oh, I'm a male-centered pick-me. Who brought up men though? You did.
I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes I just forget, like, comparably, how much larger my husband is than me. Like, I forget that he's bigger than me. Because undoubtedly, my attitude a lot of times makes me think I'm the same size as him. Like, I could go toe to toe with this man and look him in his eye. But then there are times where I suddenly realize, oh, I am small girl. I realized it last night. We were snuggling and he was Big Spoon and I was Little Spoon. And we're laying there and he like reaches across me and like holds my hand, but he like kind of wraps his hand around my hand. And I'm just laying there and I think to myself, his hand is really big. And then I start like taking stock of like how much larger this man is compared to me. And it's like, when did I forget that?
Men and women, not equal. And that's the hottest thing that I have ever realized, because we are not the same. We're not built the same. We are not wired the same. And thank God for that. Women bring magic men will never have. Intuition that feels danger before it walks in the door. Nurturing that turns a house into a home. And a softness that calms the wildest storms. Men bring power women should never have to carry. Direction when everything feels lost. Protection that makes you sleep like a baby. Raw strength that moves mountains so you don't have to.
I'm 30 years old and I couldn't be more uninterested in marriage and dating. I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date. I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier, because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits. I did the move in with a guy thing and I like daydreamed about it my entire life and I didn't. I was like, ew, like this is literally like free labor and also like free ass work. The thing is, for me, I'm hyper independent. Like I have literally lived in 5 different cities by the time I was 30 and I moved every single time by myself. I also bought a place when I was 25, a mortgage on my own. I know how to do electrical work. I know how to patch drywall. Like as long as I have a YouTube video, I'm good. I own my own business. I set up an LLC. I'm literally doing all these things. And when a man is literally trying to pen pal with me just to be casual, like it gives me the ick, because of what the like, what do you have to offer? Oh, you paid for my dinner. Oh, you paid for my drinks. You paid for my trip. Okay, like I can do that myself. The appeal is not there. Unless a man is truly making my life significantly easier, I would rather be single than be in bad company.
This one's gonna get me into a lot of trouble, but I'm going to say it. This is exactly why so many men want to date younger, because of the attitude that you all have. You think that you get a little bit of success and you are far beyond anyone else. You are way better than what a man is, and he can't do anything to better your life. That kind of attitude is a complete turnoff to a man, because he doesn't want to have to feel like he inserts himself into your life and then has to fight and convince you to like him. He wants you from the start to be interested and to like want a man in your life. He doesn't want to have to be fighting this uphill battle, because that's a losing battle. What end up happening if he continues to fight that fight is that he will be used up as much as you can use him, and then he will be tossed to the side because he's never going to be good enough for you. It is also another great reason to send this TikTok to any man that you're potentially interested in or is interested in you, and then he can see your red flags from the start. I think that would be a fair call.
I will never let a man use me with a capital N. Never let a man use me. Let me tell you something. I am the most unusable person ever. If you ever tell me your problem, I am gonna act as if I just heard the worst news ever. And I'm gonna ask you this simple question. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? And I'm gonna seem so like, oh my God, like distraught, like damsel in distress, like, oh, what are you gonna do about it? It's never gonna be, what are we gonna do about it? It's never gonna be, oh my God, I can help you. Oh my God, what do you need from me? Never. It's always gonna be, what are you gonna do about it?
These bitches are so selfish.
When you make yourself seem useless, you cannot help anybody, the mooches leave. And you're giving that man the ability to be the big dog in the situation, and he can handle himself, because men don't need our help. They don't need our help. This world was meant for men to thrive. If a man needs your help, run. Literally run. If a man needs your help, run. A man does not need a woman's help. This world is a man's world. We just got our rights 50 years ago. How could we ever help a man? We live in a patriarchy. How could we help a man? Men thrive in this world. We have to work twice as hard to just be half as good. And men, this is your world. Why do you need a woman's help? So if a man needs your help, run.
I don't think there's any problems with helping out a man if you can. If you help them, you're not gonna. She doesn't want to help men, but I'm positive that she expects a man to do everything and more for her.
And the lady and it's great for her because she's coming to the realization of just how powerful men actually are and how much control and restraint, even though you like to say that men are out here being predators, how much control and restraint that men show on a regular basis. Because there's a lot of things that men can do, but they don't do because they want to be respectful. Number one. Number two, they're not criminals. So they don't think in the way that a criminal does. Man, his hand is really big. Exactly. Oh man, he really is a big guy. Exactly. So if there's something that a man did not want you doing, you better believe he can stop you from doing it. What happens is a lot of times modern women get too hyped up on emotion, and they think that emotion is going to carry through to the physical. And I understand fight or flight, adrenaline and stuff like that. You get stronger than what you usually would be, right? But you got to imagine that man's adrenaline will be pumping too if you decide to hit him in his face. So his adrenaline is going, and while you getting stronger, so is he. And once again, you can translate that to what's going on out in the world. You think that you're just going to overpower a man by doing the things that you do, not understanding that when you start to challenge a man, okay, well, my blood is flowing too. My blood is pumping a little bit too. Now you and I got a problem. Let's go ahead and get it.